My name is Rebecca Kreitz. My PhD subject is called The Continuation of War by Other Means, Domestic Violence 1914 to 1939. And what I'm looking at is whether domestic violence changed over the period of the wartime years up to 1939 and whether it changed as a result of the war. To do this, I'm looking at various different kinds of sources, but mostly I'm looking at court records, because it's there that we can find cases of domestic violence that we can really get into, that we have evidence for. The reason that I chose this particular topic is that I've been interested in looking at masculinity for a long time, and domestic violence is one of these cases where there are so many competing different kinds of masculinities in conjunction with lots of different kinds of femininities, and it's where they clash, collide and complement each other that I find very interesting. And of course, the wartime years introduced a new conception of masculinity that was so much more, well, conceived as so much more violent than the pre-war years. The warrior ideal came into existence, and to complement that we had the female ideal of the good wife who stayed at home, was submissive. And these were an intensification of pre-war ideals, and they became so much stronger. And in response to that, the way that domestic violence was viewed changed as well. Of course, you couldn't really see a wife beater anymore as the working class brutal man, especially with the extension of the vote. Feminists now had to appeal to the very brutes who they condemned pre-war in order to get support, and so conceptions of domestic violence changed.